Some people just want to watch World Fun.
Jeff Nails another draft day.
Nailed
Blake's
it.
top 5 has 98.
I got
Mason
more.
just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. LaCroix. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
This episode of Hobie is sponsored by Hello Jeff. Save 20% off your first meal box with promo code HobiePod.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 457. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff. I'm Jim.
Oh, no one else is here.
No.
Just us. It's a sad moment. It's just us. Just three of us.
Just the three of us.
Ooh, you can make it if you try.
We won't try.
Oh.
I promised Blake
Uh-huh.
that if Brian was on, I would do my best to interrupt him.
He's not here. We wish Brian good luck in getting better here. He's a little under the weather, so we're hoping he gets better.
It is not monkeypox.
No. And Blake isn't here because he's Blake. So, you know.
He heard this was the Comic Expo planning night.
Oh, so he's definitely not here.
Yes.
No, we're actually recording this on a Monday night instead of a Tuesday night. It's getting a little crazy. I have a work function, so I have to do... I asked if those guys can do Monday night, so we got two of them that can do it. So that is the big reason for it. Also, our episode will be going out early, too.
Ooh, how much early?
Tonight.
Oh, you're putting it out
Yeah,
tonight?
I'm just going to put it out
Oh,
tonight.
I thought you were just going to wait till tomorrow. And
I was, and then I started doing the preset stuff, and I was like, I'm just sending it out. So,
Well, the people listening to this, that means it'll be out when you're able to pick it up.
yes. Yes. It's not like a DVD release that they used to have back at Media Play Days or Blockbuster, you know.
And they have no idea what night tonight is, and if they're listening.
It's Monday night, Jim.
Yes.
Jim, it's Monday. It's a Monday. That's why you're not suspended. You're only suspended on certain Tuesdays. So.
A lot of Tuesdays over the summer, I get a little randy.
Oh. That's a word that people don't use enough. Randy.
Randy.
Not Randy Watson. Rhonda Watson. Sexual chocolate. Anyways, Jeff, how you doing?
doing well.
Okay. Anything exciting going on with you?
No.
Well, that's kind of boring. Jim, anything exciting with you?
Well, today I watched
Oh, you watched something. Okay.
the movie 13 Lives
13 Lives. About the kids stuck in...
in the cave and
Yes.
and flooding in Thailand.
my wife and my oldest son watched that. They enjoyed that.
Very well done. Mm-hmm. And it's, again, after it happened, I didn't follow up on the entire story, but the entire stuff going, it's kind of surprising and shocking on how they did the rescue and everything that happened.
That's what my wife said. She said she did not realize that because obviously it wasn't released how they got the kids out.
Yes.
They were trapped in a cave?
Trapped in a cave.
Yeah.
The kids were in a cave. It's a normal cave, like a touristy type cave, but then like kind of monsoon season hit early.
Yeah.
And the rains came down, they got trapped.
Gotcha. Yeah, my wife and son both really enjoyed that film. They actually watched it while we were recording our podcast. So, Ron Howard was that?
Ron Howard, yes.
Okay, and that's on Netflix
It is on
or Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon. Okay. Amazon's kind of coming back with some big movies lately, big shows. Mm-hmm. Kind of started with Jack Reacher lately, and then it just kind of kept going on past that. They got The Lord of the Rings coming up, which I think is September. I think.
Yes.
Like next week, I think.
Yep.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right? It's like the second or
I think it's
something?
second.
Might be Labor Day weekend then.
And then
That is Labor Day weekend, yeah.
And then I'm caught up on the
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
How is that?
It's pretty much what I expected, so it's pretty decent.
Can you see stuff this week, or was it all in black?
No, this week was pretty good.
Okay.
especially the dragon scenes when we're out in like daylight.
Okay. Is there a lot of dragons in it?
No,
Okay. More than one.
Yes.
there were 2 in this one, I believe.
Okay.
I haven't seen the most recent episode, but I think they've mentioned there are 10 dragons that the Targaryens have.
Is it as scandalous as the first season of Game of Thrones?
There's barely. I haven't seen any Wang yet.
Oh, that's a shame. Everybody loves a good Wang. Is there action in it, or is it still talking like peace treaties, like in The Phantom Menace?
It is a lot of talking.
Okay.
I think there was a little more action in the first one because they had the tournament scenes. Mm-hmm. Well, the second episode, it's pretty much a lot of talking.
I think they renewed it for a second season already. I think they did last week after they got 10 million viewers. I think they announced that there was 2. They were going to announce a second season already.
See how week 2 goes.
So you don't hope the drop. There's a
Yeah.
big drop off. Okay. And that's on HBO Max. Does anyone subscribe to HBO anymore?
Some people do.
I don't know, man.
Well, I think I know somebody who does.
Wow.
Well, you have to have cable.
Yeah, you gotta have cable.
Yeah.
The local one, Cincinnati Phi Optics, which is now like Alta Vista,
Alta Fiber,
whatever.
Cincinnati Bell
I
Fiber.
think it's Alta Vista.
Or it's Alta Fiber.
They are now, I think they were offering, if you get their 500 megabits, I think, of internet, they'll give you TV for free for 2 years. I'm like, man.
And then 2 years later, you have to cancel.
Yes. So,
The
I don't know.
introductory offers suck.
I think it's like $65. That's actually not bad for
No, that's
internet
not
and
bad.
TV.
Oh, no.
Problem is, I don't know what TV. And then you got to add on. They probably
Yeah,
charge
that's
you for the
probably
modem.
none of the extra tiers. It's probably your basic cable.
Yeah, and they'll charge you for the modem. And then they'll charge you for something else that they charge. I forget what it is.
What if you own your own modem?
They don't charge you for that then.
Okay.
I think they moved to all Google Home, though, now. That's all they do now. They don't do, like, actual modems in the new places.
I don't even know what that means.
It's a Google Home, like it's a Siri thing. But instead of, like, voice activated.
Oh, the Google Home thing? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what they use now.
I don't want Google Home in my home.
I don't think it's actually voice activated.
So I want Google Home in my home.
You have Siri in your home, though.
Of course.
Okay, you accept
I'm
that.
fine giving my stuff to Amazon.
Okay.
I don't want to give it to Google.
I got the DuckDuckGo router, so it's okay. Nobody knows what I'm doing. Oh, good old DuckDuckGo. Okay. But Jeff, did you watch anything this week?
Let's see. What did I watch this week? Watched the newest episode of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law.
We're one episode behind. We haven't seen the new one yet
Okay.
because all my kids want to watch it.
Yeah.
Is that only 2 episodes now? Or-
The second episode was this
Yeah.
week.
I
yeah.
watched the first one.
I did catch up. I did see the finale of Westworld season 4.
How have you liked it, season 4?
Meh. Like, I think I liked it, but liked it less and less as it went on.
Of season 4 or just the whole
Season
series?
4. Well, I guess the series too. First season I thought was the best.
Yeah.
I did like the second season. Third season was completely different.
Yeah.
And then fourth season felt like they were just they're up their own asses, I think.
Trying to outsmart everybody?
They're trying to be clever and witty, and you get to the end and you're like, oh. That's how I felt it.
I like that. That should be on the poster. You get to the end? Oh.
Oh.
I got like 6 episodes left, I think. I just started season 4. I've been going back and forth between a couple different shows, so I'm trying to finish those before I get back into it. I watched season 3 of Westworld, and then I'm like, okay, I need a break. Like, after a while, you're just like, it's good. I enjoyed season 3, but I'm just like, I need a break from this after 8 episodes of this series.
I went to finish it, like I was a couple episodes behind last night, and I fell asleep pretty much within 15 minutes of turning it on.
Westworld season 4?
Yeah.
The problem with Westworld is you have to pay attention, like, in depth.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
so you got to be in the right frame of mind to do it. And that's the problem. Like, I binge watched it. I think that's the best way to watch it. Just so, one, you don't forget everything from the week to week.
That was a tough start, especially season 3 for me. Mm-hmm. Trying to remember, okay, what went on last week and what's currently going on.
Yeah. And I will say HBO does a decent job of recapping at the beginning of the show. But, yeah, it's the same thing. Like, I felt like when I binge watched it, it was a lot better. Like, I was able to track everything. I was like, okay, now I know what we're doing. Jim, I'm sorry to cut you off before. Did you watch anything else this week?
Yeah, What We Do in the Shadows, all the normal things.
Did you watch Samaritan?
I watched half of it, and then I haven't got back to it.
Have you liked the first half?
It's what I expected. It's a Stallone hero movie.
He was a vigilante, now retired.
What?
Right?
Do you really retire from vigilante?
I'm not even sure if he was really the vigilante. He was more on the cop side, where he was the good guy and his brother was the bad guy.
Spoiler! Frank Stallone?
And Frank Stallone was the bad guy.
How is Frank Stallone the bad guy?
Have you heard him sing?
Oh,
That's his power.
he sings.
And then people's ears start bleeding.
I like it. I can relate. I can relate to that. Yeah, I gotta see that still. I am 5 episodes into For All Mankind on Apple. Mm-hmm. Really well done.
Okay.
It's a little bit slow, but it's really good. The only issue, I talked real briefly last week, like, it's a different timeline. Basically, Russia beat us to the moon in 1969.
What?
I know. Well, then they put a female astronaut on the moon, cosmonaut. So the issue is, like, the first couple episodes, it was always like playing catch up to Russia, which I kind of get. Like, well, they put a man on the moon, we got to. They beat us to it. So then they put a female on the moon. Well, we got to put a female on the moon. And I'm like, okay. It's like, is this how this series is going to be? Now they're trying to put a lunar base on the moon because, they want to control the moon, basically, is the thing. But they do it in a very good, like, they have historical figures in it. John Glenn's in it, Neil Armstrong, the 3 women that did.
I thought Neil Armstrong was dead.
1969, wasn't it?
Yeah, but to get him on your show, I mean...
Historical characters. Not, shut up, Jeff. Get out.
Did Jeff just get kicked out of the podcast?
Yes. Sit in that corner and think about what you did for 5 minutes.
All right, I'll pause.
No. But it's really, like, I really enjoyed it. It is a little bit slow moving, but it's a very well done show. Episode 4, when they're trying to figure out which American woman goes into space, is probably their strongest episode yet, like over the 5 that I've seen.
So they send anybody famous into space?
They do have one of the characters from Hidden Figures, the movie. She's one of the astronauts trying to get into it. So they've done it like.
Do they choose Linda Carter?
No, they do not choose Linda Carter. She's
That
a
would
Wonder
be
Woman.
cool.
It's like I said, Joel Kinnaman is in it. RoboCop, the new RoboCop. He's the main star of it. But overall, like I said, they've done a tremendous job, and I would highly recommend it. It's a lot of science fiction, so you're not going to get like it's actually just science fiction. It's not like shootouts and all that stuff. They're trying to solve problems in it. So.
They're actually doing science.
They are, and it takes place in. I'm guessing, and I.
How many midichlorians do these characters have?
87. But I've tried to avoid any spoilers in anything. I'm wondering, because the rumor is, like I saw a poster when it first came, like the 3rd season came out, that they were on Mars. Because that's their idea, is that they want to use the moon to get to Mars. And I'm like, I wonder, like, if every year they do, like, a different generation of NASA employees. Ooh. And then they're trying to get to that point. Because part of the story is, like, this Mexican girl, like, is crossing the border. And you're like, why is she important? And so you still don't know, but like her husband's like showing, or her, not sorry, husband, I'm sorry, her dad is showing her like the rocket that went into space, and like I'm like, she's going to be the first astronaut on Mars. Like that's what I'm thinking. So I'm guessing that they're going to do generation jumps. I don't know, but that's what I thought. But it's on Apple TV, very well done. So that's my pick for the week. Good, and the morning show is still pretty good. Jennifer Aniston's character is still awful in it. I hate her, which is she's doing her job.
Yes, that's the way the character is supposed to be.
Have you seen that series?
Yes.
Are you caught up?
Yes.
We got 4 episodes left, I think, on season 2, my wife and I. And I'm like, oh no, they're trying to redeem Steve Carell's character. I was like, no, he's supposed to be scummy.
Not the episode I saw. He was fully redeemed.
Oh, okay. Damn it. I think you were watching The Office.
Oh. Maybe.
Diversity Day.
Yeah.
Oscar, if I need a boxing, if we were doing a boxing competition, we'd get you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They don't even show Diversity Day on
Which is, it's wrong because it's so funny.
one of them. I can't remember, TBS or something. It's
Yeah.
on like 5 hours a day or something. So they got to the end and started over, and they showed all of season 1 except for Diversity Day.
The best is it shows how stupid Michael is and ignorant. Because he's like, Stanley, you're obviously on my basketball team. Why, obviously? No reason? You're tall? No. Okay. Just to let you guys know, if you go to Untidy Venus on Etsy, you can use HobiePod and save 20% off any of your swag that you want to order. They have buttons, pins, anything you want. So there you go. And also, before we get into everything, happy birthday to Dev today. And Jeff, happy birthday, early birthday for you this week.
Yes, 2 days.
Yes. So you excited about your birthday?
Woohoo!
Okay, there you go. Anything you wanted for your birthday this year?
No.
World peace.
Sure, I want world peace for my birthday.
Okay. I think there's a chance you might get it.
All right, cool.
So I feel like the world's in a pretty good spot right now.
Oh, I got a message
Uh-huh.
from Dana Gardens.
Okay.
He wants me to let everybody know that this Saturday is National Movie Theater Day. $3 tickets.
Ooh.
They say what is that on every movie?
All Saturday long? Or
When he said Saturday National Movie Theater, all tickets are $3.
Wow.
They bought 4 tickets at the Newport AMC Theater to see Maverick.
Wow. Good for them. I think they said, I forget how many theater, like 97% of the movie chains are taking part in it. Maverick's going to be the number 1 movie again this week. We'll get into that.
are they re-releasing it?
No, it's still out. But there's no new movies that will challenge it, basically. And they say it's at number 4, and they're expecting to go back to number 1, which is pretty impressive for as long as it's been out. You wonder, how long, you wonder what the record is from being first down into the top 10 and then come back up to number 1. What's the biggest span? It's got to be Titanic, right? That did that? Titanic was out for a long time.
Well, the thing is, in the past, movies were in the theater for a year as they traveled around the country.
Yeah.
So it's tough to judge, exactly how that would be because times are just so different now.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Maverick has been out forever. According to the modern day, release schedule. Usually they're out with it. They're gone within 5 weeks. Usually they're on HBO Max by now.
Yes.
Elvis comes out this week on HBO Max. Just to let everybody know.
I do know what's it called? The My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the theaters for 9 months.
That
was a slow build, and then different. I think when I was at the theater, we got it 2 weeks before it came out on video.
The first thing I type in here is they were making a Big Fat Greek Wedding 3.
Yeah.
It started filming in June of 2022.
Okay.
Everything we know about My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. That's not good. We don't need a third one. TV show was bad enough. The second one was not good. First
I
one
don't
was
even
good.
remember the second one. So
First one was really good. I enjoyed the first one.
first one was good.
I think it was because it kind of took you by surprise. It's kind of like Diary of a Mad Black Woman that we've talked about. You didn't know what it was about. You went and saw it, and every scene except for Medea was great. It was a good film.
I won't say great.
It was good.
It was good.
There you go.
and I thought Medea distracted from it, but apparently Medea was the star of it and went on to be in 12 other movies and whatnot.
This is about Tula's and Ian's daughter's Paris's wedding.
Ooh.
So it's come full circle. It's like the circle of life.
So it's like lions eating grass, or
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And I think they actually have the same character, the same actress from the first or from the second movie is playing the daughter now.
okay.
So, okay. Anything else going on before we get to the Twitter poll of the week?
Cincinnati police fired police officer Rose Valentino, who was on the television show Police Women of Cincinnati. They officially fired her for uttering a racial slur at people.
You probably shouldn't do that.
No.
Bad
Probably
idea
not.
of the week.
You also probably shouldn't do that. Well, one in general, and two when you have a body cam
Yes.
or a dash cam.
Dash cam. She was
Yes.
she was in the car when she said it.
That's not. That's just not. That's not smart on many reasons. We had a poll this week. What is your favorite wrestling promotion currently? We had WWE, AEW, and Impact, and then we had other. So tell us. In last place, Impact Wrestling was 7%. Used to be called TNA. Jeff Jarrett's first promotion.
So other beat Impact.
Other did with 28%, but other had Micro Championship Wrestling in Pigeon Forge by Doug. Nerdly Out Loud had Impact. Well, you needed to put that up there.
They put.
I don't know. Maybe he did vote for it and just wrote it. I don't know. We had Can't Forget Ohio Valley Wrestling, but probably AEW's better. Ohio Valley Wrestling is owned by Al Snow right now. And they just got a TV deal.
What about Ring of Honor? Did anybody list Ring of Honor?
Nobody put Ring of Honor because that's not, well, it's still in, but it doesn't have a TV deal yet because of Tony Khan buying it.
I'm about to say, are they owned by the same?
Yeah, but they're
company?
keeping them separate.
Okay.
Cesaro, well, the old Cesaro is the heavyweight champion there. Randy, RJ Holt had Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Oh, good pick.
Does he want the TV show or does he want the original?
He means the original.
Oh.
But the promotions aren't around now, including the television show.
Yeah, Randy screwed that up. Jeez. And then winning 36% to 29% is AEW over WWE. So I'm thinking if this was a couple weeks ago, AEW would have won a landslide. But WWE has slowly gotten better each week.
Oh, yeah, because they got rid of Vince.
The creepy 77-year-old man. That was the most out-of-touch man in ages.
Have you watched the, is it on A&E?
The Dark Side?
The wrestling shows, the biographies, and then they do the stuff on they did individual biographies and they do rivalries.
I haven't seen the Rivalries one. I heard that was pretty good.
They're pretty entertaining, especially, again, I really don't care a whole lot about current wrestling. So I going back and following stuff from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. They the Dark Side of the Ring was really good. The problem is that they can't get enough wrestlers to talk about it anymore because they keep doing like some seedy stuff. So yeah, they started doing the feuds, the biographies. I think they're doing Dark Side of Football next.
Okay.
That should be interesting. All of the NFL. How about that? How about all that?
What's all that?
But a lot of these guys they're doing stuff that they did in college.
Yeah.
When you have the former punter from Buffalo,
Punt God.
punt god. Again, he's a free agent.
There's a lot of punters that are free agents. Buffalo brought 4 punters in today to try out.
I thought they had to keep Matt Barkley.
He had a 53-yard punt yesterday, or a couple days ago. I would say, I don't know if I talked about Hard Knocks, Detroit Lions. Did I talk about this last week?
No.
Really well done show on HBO Max. And I like it because they're pretty much only a couple days behind the regular season.
Oh yeah, they're normally pretty close to what happens that week. They'll put out over the weekend. They'll put it out on Wednesday whenever it comes out.
Yeah. Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell, the head coach, personifies Detroit. Like he is probably the best person you could get for that job right now.
I think he him as a motivator.
Yes.
He's going to make these players like run through walls, and everything will do anything for him. But do they have enough talent?
That's the issue. I will say their coaching staff is pretty impressive in terms of name value. They got Antoine Randall L. They got as a wide receivers coach. Deuce Staley is the assistant coach. They have
Deuce Staley was a good. He did. Was he an offensive coordinator or assistant? He was an running back coach, and then he's working up to be an offensive coordinator and a head coach. But he's worked his way up. He wasn't just given a job.
They have. It's a really fascinating show, and I've always liked Hard Knocks, but it depends on the team in that. I didn't care about the Browns because you kind of root for them, right? You want to root for them. And my wife is a Lions fan, and she started watching it just like in passing, and then now she sits down and watches it with me. It's just a really well done show. It takes them through the training camp.
Have you watched any of these other seasons before this?
I saw the Bengals season. There was another one that I saw a while back. It's been a while. Arizona
Cowboys?
No. I'd watched the Arizona one that they did in season a couple years ago on Amazon.
Yeah.
And now they're doing it on HBO Max.
They're doing another in season this year, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm really excited about watching my Arizona Cardinals implode with Kyler Murray back there and not learning the playbook, in theory.
Could be worse. Could be Cleveland.
Oh.
So what you're saying, though, watching the Lions on this, is that Jared Goff is going to have a hell of a year and that he would be a great pick for a fantasy quarterback.
A great sleeper pick.
Here's the best part. They really haven't focused on Jared Goff at all. They don't even mention him in it.
I need you to tell me Jared Goff is going to be a great quarterback this year because
Jeff might have drafted him in a league as his number one.
Jared Goff is going to look really well.
Thank you.
You know who his quarterback's coach is? Mark Brunell.
Oh, well, hell.
Aaron Glenn is defensive coordinator. Let's see here.
Some other guy is some other coordinator.
Hank Fraley, the offensive line coach.
Is he related to Ace Frehley?
Yes.
No.
I think they said they have, just from players, like in the coaching things, they have like 87 years of professional NFL experience. So it's a really well done show, like I said. And you're right, Dan Campbell was a motivator. He's down there doing the warm ups and everything. But it's addicting just to watch what these guys go through. Anyways, that's all I have. Anything for you guys?
I guess
Anything
I should
else?
announce with the promotion code HobiePod, you can save 20% on Hello Jeff. This week, hamburger helper.
We have that for dinner sometimes.
All right.
What kind of
See,
hamburger helper do you have in there? Do you have tuna helper?
This week is just hamburger.
Okay.
And it'll vary. There's a variety, so
Cheeseburger?
that's one.
No, I'm just giving you. Yeah, cheeseburger's good.
How'd you
Stroganoff?
how'd you like your helpers there, Clark?
Let me ask you this: do you get the hamburger with it or just the box?
Just get the box.
Okay. You can ship, but if you would like to ship hamburger, that's fine. It's just not going to be cold, so it may not be good when you get there.
I mean, you don't actually need hamburger. Like Jim said, you can just have the helper by itself.
You could. I've done that before with tuna helper. Forgot to add the tuna.
My Entenmann donuts last week were delicious. Thank you. Hello, Jeff.
You are welcome.
Today, I brought in two snacks for us. The first one is Hostess Mixed Berry Twinkies. We're going with Mixed Berry Twinkies. Let's
Got
see.
my little Twinkie pack here.
Calories is 135 per each one. So serving size is 2. We got to
Serving
save some
size
for
is
Brian.
2?
Yeah.
So that's 135 calories for 2 cakes.
No, 270 for 2.
Oh, you already
Yeah.
did the math.
Yeah, I did the math. Sorry.
Don't confuse me like that.
Sorry. Total fat, 12%. 20% of your saturated fat for the day. Cholesterol, 13%. And 17% of your sodium.
So you're saying I can just eat 5 of these and get my total saturated fat for the day?
Yeah. Mixed berry. What did we have a couple weeks ago? We had the blue kind, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was okay. That wasn't bad. Jim, what do you think about these? You took the first bite.
Again, the cake is still a golden sponge. Mm-hmm. The cream, it kind of tastes normal and then has a berry like finish.
I don't know if you ever want a taste of, well, it starts normal.
That tastes like the regular cream, and then it has like a berry kick at the end.
How's your food tonight, sir? Well, the steak tasted normal, and then it went weird. My oldest son, had this, and he said that it was okay. Not his favorite. He liked the blue, though. He liked the blue flavor from...
I'm just the opposite. I like this better than the blue.
Really?
I can still eat a box of these, don't get me wrong.
Well, they're Twinkies.
Yeah.
Oh. That's pretty good. Sorry to eat on air, but that's really good. Golden sponge cake with a mixed berry cream filling. Naturally artificially flavored.
Does it say anywhere on the box what berries are mixed in their mixed berry?
I can look for you here. Ingredients. First thing that is on there, sugar.
Okay.
Water. Corn syrup. Oh, strawberry and raspberry.
Okay.
Fun
Egg.
fact, strawberry is not a berry.
Good news is... Okay, what is it?
I'm not sure what it falls under, but it doesn't fall under berry. Fun fact, bananas do.
Oh. Fun fact, there's actually egg in here. So that's what makes me feel good.
No, it's in the cake.
I know, but you never know. You never know.
But eggs are healthy, so this was healthy.
It's cooked.
Blueberry and blackberry and apple is in here, too.
Blue and apple's not a berry.
So it's not
don't
false
think.
advertising. They actually have berries in there. Unlike the lawsuit that if you might have had any of the Bud Light margaritas or whether
Okay.
Okay.
since 2018 or something, you can get in on the class action lawsuit without even proving you did anything and get some money back, because there is no tequila in their
Margarita.
limeritas.
Do
Do they advertise there's tequila in it?
Apparently, that people decided that calling it a Rita, that was enough for people to think that there would be, even though it was always advertised as a malted beverage.
I just assumed it was a margarita, but instead of tequila, they used beer.
That's what my thought would be.
It's a malted beverage.
Or, okay, not even actually beer. It was the whatever,
The stuff
Zima and...
Yeah.
Better question. Why is this not thrown out in the court yet?
I have no idea. I think they're actually going to pay it out. I don't know. It's going to be like nickels.
Here, you get a free case.
Yeah, it's pretty much what they're going to do.
Have fun. Good job.
The stamp to send you your check will be more than the check.
I always like those class action lawsuits because everybody's like, "Oh, we're going to win, we're going to get money." Not when you have like millions and millions of people that sign up for it. You don't get anything.
No, the only thing the class action lawsuit really does is hopefully you get enough money that it hurts the business you're suing.
Yes, and the attorneys make money.
And the attorneys make a lot of money, yes.
A lot of money.
But yeah, the people, victims, litigants won't see a whole lot, especially the bigger it gets.
So the court system civil court system is to help the victims, right?
No, it helps the attorneys.
Well, the real point of a civil case is to make the victim whole again, right?
Yes.
So that's the thing. I get it. It helps attorneys mostly. But here's my thing. Who's the victim being hurt here? Like,
That was completely false advertising. Oh, quit being an idiot.
like, what part? How do you go, Jim, it's a bad day today. Had a Bud Light margarita or whatever thing. It didn't have tequila in it.
I had a strawberryta and I didn't black out.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I had to look at my girlfriend.
She had to look at me.
She had to look at. She left me. She's sobered up because these limeritas didn't have any tequila in it.
Here.
And she realized she could do a lot better.
Here, honey, drink this. I'm not even drunk off this. Get the fuck out of here. Man, I wasted 6 years with you? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Damn, I am getting in a lawsuit now.
You are a victim. Maybe you are a victim, Jim. God. What the fuck's wrong with us? Well, I'm glad we came full circle again on this. And now, you know what, Jim? I'm kind of pissed off. Let's do it. The next tasty thing we have here. Well,
Nummy.
are you a big pumpkin spice fan?
I enjoy pumpkin spices.
It's August. I'm a little scared that it's already out. I know it's already. There we go.
Yeah. The problem I have is that it's still summer, but like they're serving Oktoberfest beers instead of like the summer beer that I want to drink. So I was a little disappointed in that.
You know what they don't have of Oktoberfest right now, though? Schneiders of Hanover they do not have their Oktoberfest pretzels out yet. Fuckers, get it out.
I just eat the old style. Those are my.
They're still good.
Yeah.
The Oktoberfest is good. The springtime were the best, but they don't make those anymore. So what we got here is Oreo pumpkin spice. Oh, I have that. We got pumpkin spice flavored cream Oreo. It looks like a pumpkin pie with on the cover.
Yeah, they put a piece of pumpkin pie on the cover.
2 cookies is 150 calories.
Wowza.
9% of your daily fat intake. 13% of your saturated fat. Cholesterol is 0, so that's good. Sodium is only 3%. And 2% iron.
So I gotta eat 50 of these to get my iron for the day.
We gotta save some for Brian. That's the problem. So it has a golden cookie to it, top, and in the middle is looks like candy corn smash. No, it's like orange.
It looks like pumpkin pie.
It does
looks
look like pumpkin pie in the middle.
It actually tastes like pumpkin pie.
Is that good or bad? Jim's the first one.
It's good.
Is it on your list?
My initial taste was, I'm not sure, but the more I chewed it, the better it tasted.
So we've tried like 75 flavors over the years of these. And Jim has a point. We need to make a list of these. And we need to send it out there. We need to start ranking them. I think the peanut butter...
Peanut butter chocolate
pie.
Peanut butter pie.
Yeah, that's probably the top, right?
I think that is generally agreed upon for us.
The best one. And then Swedish Fish is probably last.
Or Peeps.
Oh, the
yeah,
Peeps.
you
That
guys
was
hated
Peeps.
the Peeps.
Yeah, the Peeps one was bad.
I didn't think. I know you and Brian really hated the Peeps.
I would put the Peeps ahead of the Swedish Fish. And I love Swedish Fish, but the chocolate cookie with the Swedish Fish just didn't go, in my opinion.
And I wasn't a big fan of the birthday cake one. Not a big fan of the birthday cake one.
Birthday cake one almost tastes like a regular Oreo to me.
I didn't like the little flex.
Yeah, the
flakes in
cream
it.
is just not much different.
The thing about this pumpkin spice cookie is not only is it like pumpkin spice flavored, but it actually has some pumpkin flavor to it too.
They did a pretty good job with the flavor, with the icing.
Yeah. Like a lot of times when something is pumpkin spice, it doesn't actually have the flavor of pumpkin, just the flavor of the cinnamon, nutmeg, and the spices they use in pumpkin pie. This one does have a pumpkin-y flavor to it.
Well, if you look, they have a dark orange and a light orange in it too. I wonder if that's like dual flavor.
Yeah, there are 2 layers of the
be.
cream,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to distinguish a different taste.
Yeah, I don't know if there's different taste. Man, we're really deep diving into the Oreo. I have to admit, like, I was very hesitant. I really like this. I've enjoyed this. This is not bad at all. Well done, Oreo. You made pumpkin spice edible.
I'm wondering if the dark part is just where like more of the pumpkin-y part
It could be.
hangs out.
If you can get a bag of this, I would highly recommend it. It's a limited edition, like most Oreos flavors, but very well done. Oreo, we need a sponsorship.
Now, if you don't like pumpkin pie, I wouldn't bother.
I'm not a huge pumpkin pie. Like, as I've gotten older, I've liked it less and less, but this is pretty good. I like it. I like pumpkin seeds.
By Oreo, by a sponsorship, all we really need is just send us a package of the cookies.
A container
to
a week.
Yeah. To all the new ones we can try.
Yeah, that's all we need. You don't have to give us anything, money. Jeff? Oh, Jeff's got something.
Well, The second cookie, I like to eat it apart, and I eat the cream and then the cookie. The cream tastes pretty good on its own. Better with the cookie. The cookie needs the cream.
Well, it's the golden cookie.
Oh, it is. But, I mean, yeah, it's a standard golden cookie, I think. But it needs the cream.
My parents stopped by and they dropped off. They always bring a bag of snacks, even though I'm 40-something years old, which is great. The kids love it. They got Oreos. They did the double chocolate ones.
Yep, those are good.
Those are pretty darn good. I know we had those a while back, but those are pretty darn good, too. Well done, Oreo.
I'm just going to bring up a little blast from the past. I really want to thank whoever was that gave us that 0-star review for eating into the microphone and eating while we podcast and how bad it is. We've actually made it a pretty big part of our show.
Yeah. We've turned it around and made it a positive, and we're eating on air all the time now.
Yeah! You can't rent here anymore.
And I think it was just a 1-star because they don't let you do 0 stars.
Yeah, it's
do
1
they?
star. It was a 1 star. Hey, if you'd like to give us stars, we're on Apple Podcasts. Just go in there and while you're listening to us, you can actually rate us. You don't even have to do a long summary. You could just do 5 stars or whatever. We appreciate that. That helps us out. You can also find us on nerdly.co.uk. Good day, Governor. And every other podcast thing. We're on Amazon. If you have a Siri home thing, is that what it's called? What's that called? Amazon Echo?
Oh, yeah, okay. You can listen to us on that.
Yeah, you can just say, hey, Siri, History of Bad Ideas podcast. We'll pull up Google Home.
Or Alexa, play
There you go.
History of Bad Ideas podcast. And it works.
Yep. So there you go. Jeff, let's do some listener feedback. Right.
I think I did that right.
He did.
It's time for the bomb listener feedback brought to you by Hello Jeff. Enter HobiePod and get 20% off your first month's box. Listener feedback from apparently nobody.
Whoa.
I'm assuming that's what happens when the intern's sick.
Yep.
I'm assuming it's from number one fan,
Can't give yourself a nickname.
Apans,
7.
Doug.
Big D.
Oh, yeah. Derek.
What Marvel movie was the most disappointing based on hype?
Based on hype.
Based on hype.
Iron Man 2?
That's up there. I'm not trying to go through all of the...
Some of the worst ones, like they've talked the Thor first and second ones.
I don't think they had as much hype to live up to. Well,
Iron Man 2, I think, did.
yeah, Iron Man 2 had, after the first Iron Man, had a lot of hype.
Civil War?
Civil War, I think, pretty much lived up to its hype.
Okay. I know some people...
I mean, it's the Avengers, I guess Age of Ultron was the most disappointing.
That's a good one.
But I still think I really liked it when it came out.
I've liked it more since I've watched it on Disney Plus and on TV more. TBS was playing it like every other weekend for a couple
they
weeks.
were playing it for a while.
And it wasn't bad. Like, the more I watch it, I was like, okay, I like it enough. What's the third one? Oh, that's Infinity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, honestly, maybe something like Black Widow. I mean, it was like, oh, yeah, finally, they're giving, Scarlett Johansson and that character its own standalone movie, and it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be.
Any of the Hulk films.
Were they hyped, though? I think the Ang Lee one was.
Oh, was this not MC?
It doesn't say MCU.
Just Marvel.
Marvel movie. Oh, I'm sorry. Daredevil.
Hey!
Elektra? That was
There
hyped.
wasn't much hype because Daredevil was so crappy.
I was thinking...
And maybe even, Ghost Rider.
Oh, God. With Bill Cosby.
A lot of the X-Men films.
Yeah. I could see that.
Apocalypse.
Oh, God.
But
Oscar Isaac.
I don't think there was a lot of hype. I think people were already done with.
Was there hype for
But
Dark?
coming off of Days of Future Past, which was was better than the one.
Okay, yeah, Days of Future Past wasn't bad.
So you're hoping it would be good in that general direction, and then
Okay.
Apocalypse came out. That's why I don't put.
Okay, so there's I guess the hype coming out after the previous one, and
I'm going to go back even farther. X3, the Dark Phoenix saga. Which one was that? After X2?
yeah, that was Last Stand.
Yeah.
that was horrible.
X2 was really well done at the time. Like, everybody loved it. And then you're like, oh, they're doing the Phoenix saga. And then The Last Stand came out, and you're like, oh, this is not The Last Stand.
You know, I think I might agree with you on that. The Last Stand might be the most
Just because X2
disappointed
had so
based
hype.
on I mean, coming off of X2, which was really good, and then they are tackling one of the best storylines from the comics, and
Which Chris Claremont at the Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 23rd through 25th, is going to be at.
yes,
He did not write The Last Stand.
no, but he did write the Dark Phoenix
What do you
saga.
think? Because I really enjoy certain points, and my kids like the film, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. There are good parts of it.
The opening scene,
Great.
fantastic.
When Rocket's killing the Ravengers in the woods is funny. And there's other good parts to it.
Anything that Baby Groot is in,
When, yeah.
like when he has to run and try and find
Yep.
Yondu's fin,
Yeah.
and he keeps bringing everything else back.
Right.
I mean, Baby Groot was great.
Yondu.
But just the ego stuff was kind
The
of
ego stuff was a little
Rough.
let down, but
Yondu getting out of the jail with Rocket and them killing everybody was really well done. I think that might have been like the last 10 years. I think that one is up there.
and I will say I can't remember the name of the race who they stole the batteries from or whatever, who are creating the Adam Warlock. I'm like, they didn't make a very compelling enemy,
No.
and I really have no desire for an Adam Warlock story based off of them.
I agree. Oh, look, we shot them down while they were playing video games, basically. Yeah, I think that might be up there because I really love Guardians of the Galaxy. That's probably one of my favorite Marvel films.
If you take out the beginning and say the movie after the opening credits
For 2?
for 2,
Oh,
because saying the beginning is part of the hype before the movie,
yeah.
I might give you that.
No.
But if you count that as part of the movie and how great that was,
Just because Baby Groot's got the music and he's ignoring everything else in the background, and Bautista's getting eaten, and Drax, yeah. What else we got here, Jeff?
oh yeah, moving on from Canadians of the Year at Canadian of the Year, says Jim Now wins the national championship in men's cross country and Jason doesn't mention it. Jim deserves so much better.
well in Jason's defense. He hasn't mentioned it 5 of the last 6 years that I won it either. So
I think that's Northern Arizona University.
yes, and I won it in 2016, 17, 18, 20, and 21.
I apologize. I would have mentioned it, Jim, but I was too busy worrying about what toys were going to the Toy Hall of Fame.
Okay, actually, we did talk. We did talk about this last year.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
Oh, see, yeah. Screw you, Canadians.
We didn't talk about it this year, but we did talk about it last year.
I blame Dr. Dana. That's what I'm blaming. Brian's not here, so he can't give me an evil scowl.
Just she has promised to maybe smother people in their sleep on vacation in November. So
I blame Doug. Doug, Canadian of the Year. What is your problem?
so if
there's any
Hobie
issues.
doesn't exist anymore after November, we'll know the reason.
Okay, that's fine.
Blake will have to carry on himself.
So if Hobie doesn't exist after November,
Also, if you see Dr. Dana at the Cincinnati Comic Expo, be nice to her this year. Okay, please.
Yes.
Please don't yell at her.
she's a wonderful person. And
Don't yell at her.
And she's volunteering her time to be there.
Yes. Don't yell at her if you don't understand the lines. Moving on. What you got, Jeff?
You don't understand how lines work.
Totally unrelated. The Harp Twins were in St. Louis this weekend. Wish we were there.
We're getting to that.
That's in the.
Oh, that's next.
Did you not? No, it's not next, but it's within.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Maybe you should do some research and read the outline before you start, Jason.
Maybe.
Well, from Nikki at Pink Oliphant, our lovely New Zealand listener. One of, I hope. I hope
We have
we've got
several.
a-
We have
okay.
several
I hope
in
we
New
got
Zealand.
a big contingent.
Yeah.
Anyone not Nikki, if you want to reach out to us, we'll say hey to you.
Yeah.
And right now, we'll say hey to Nikki.
Hey.
She says, I find your talk streaming service options and what you will and won't pay for quite funny. In New Zealand, we literally only have Apple TV, Amazon, Disney Plus, Netflix. That's it. Disney Plus actually includes Hulu TV, and our free streaming service TVNZ actually includes Paramount Plus.
So they only have 4 options down there. And they have a free streaming service, TVNZ.
And that gives them Paramount Plus.
That includes
Yeah.
Paramount Plus. So you got Paramount Plus and you got Hulu.
Fuck it. We're moving there.
I mean, so they don't
no option
have
for Peacock.
Peacock. I'm trying to think of like what other streaming services are we missing? I mean, other than some of the goofy ones like
Freevee.
Roku. CNN Plus.
no one has that anymore.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Discovery Plus.
Oh, the Discovery Plus, which
HBO
will soon
Max?
be with
HBO Max.
Yeah, HBO. Okay, that's what they're missing.
Showtime.
Oh, they have their own too, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are plenty of them.
Went south quick there, Jeff.
It did because she mentioned the ones that I think I subscribe to, and
So another reason to move to New Zealand.
Okay.
that and their home of the Hobbits.
Slightly off topic, we brought up Peacock, and what about NBC doing away with their primetime shows from 10 to 11, cutting back to local broadcast?
Is it official? I know
Not
they were
yet.
Talking about
Not
it.
yet. They're talking about it. And what does that mean for shows like Law and Order?
The idea is that somebody there was a TV line or one of them did a mock schedule of what it could be, and basically they said it would cut down instead of having a 24-episode season on some of these shows, it would be a 12-episode season, which actually probably wouldn't be a bad thing. And then you can kind of filter them out between fall, spring, and or fall, winter, and spring.
But if they're doing away with 10 o'clock, does that mean they're moving the 10 o'clock stuff into the
9 o'clock, yeah. And
Which
then,
it used to be,
That being the more mature.
yeah.
and the other option is that they're going towards they're trying to go straight to streaming services. Basically, that's why they moved their daytime soap opera to Peacock. Which again we talked about last week. It's going to be great for 80-year-old people to go look for Peacock. And then it would be local news at 10 o'clock. Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show would be at 10:30 or 11.
Are you sure they won't bring Jay Leno in there?
Well, that's the joke, is that everybody on social media is like, what about Jay? What's he doing? Sorry, Jimmy, you're back out again. Do you think, I mean, they're doing it just to get Peacock up in viewership? Like, if you just have the Chicago, I would think they wouldn't get rid of the Chicago shows, but like,
You have Chicago and what?
or do they have Chicago on CBS? Which one is they on?
Chicago that's Dick Wolf, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's NBC.
Yep,
Is it
they're all
NBC?
NBC.
Okay. I'm just wondering, like, they're obviously hoping to get to Peacock because they just announced Halloween Ends, the new Halloween trilogy, the third one, same day as movie theaters on Peacock. So,
On free Peacock?
no, $5 Peacock. So, just kind of interesting that they obviously are trying to move that way. I don't know. Fox does it now, right? CW does it now, that they only have 8 to 10.
Well, you mean CW does it now? CW's always done it. They haven't had it.
Fox, I think, has always done it too, haven't they?
And you got things like
Yeah.
Law and Order, Organized Crime is a limited season. So,
I mean, you got Dateline, La Brea. What's going to happen with La Brea?
Well, they'll just cancel that shit.
Oh, what?
Young Rock. That's on NBC.
Yeah. What else you got? You got America's Got Talent. That's more summer, though. Let's see here. American Ninja Warrior. Jim's favorite show, Below Deck.
That's on NBC?
It's on Bravo.
Bravo. Sorry, I was looking at that one. Sorry. Sorry, because I was like, wait a minute, Shark Tank's not on there. Wait, that's CNBC. Sorry, I was looking down there. Password. What are you going to do with the game shows? Jeez. Sorry, I was just kidding on that. Yeah, it'll be interesting. They keep saying in 5 years that network TV is not going to exist in any form. I mean, I find that hard to believe. There's always got to be something, but is it going to be something like the CW's doing now? That's after this year is basically just going to be repeats of syndicated shows?
Could be something like that. I'm just, I guess it's kind of going to be like what television did to radio. You know, radio used to have a bunch of programs and, you know, fictional programs and whatnot. And television came along and radio pretty much became talk shows and music. And so I think with streaming services,
will we get music and videos back on television?
maybe we'll get a real MTV back.
That would be kind of funny. NBC is just music videos. That's all NBC does.
And then
And MTV is just ridiculousness.
And not Floribama, though, or whatever that is. That got canceled.
Floribama
What?
Shore.
They canceled?
Yeah.
The fact that they had it to begin with.
Considering that the challenge is now on
NBC. CBS.
It's on CBS,
Yeah.
and it's on Paramount Plus. That's like the most popular MTV show out
Yeah.
there right now. Mm-hmm. And they don't even have it.
No. That is interesting take, Jeff, because it is true, because everything was on, it was serial episodes on radio. Huh.
And that's like the local stations have the rights to broadcast the stuff, and then like the networks were just the local stations buying the rights from this network or whatnot. So if the networks stop producing stuff for the local TV stations, they're going to have to, you know, UHF, get Weird Al to make his own programs.
Which would be really fun to watch.
Although that's also where stuff like Mystery Science Theater 3000 came from.
Yep. The Librarian. Conan the Librarian. I don't think that was real, though.
You don't?
No.
Oh.
What else we got here, Jeff?
And then we have, finishing this up from Professor Number One at Dr. Number One, the Harp Twins, along with their boyfriends, were in St. Louis, Missouri for a comic convention this past weekend. Did Jim and Jeff go visit them?
We tried. Security would not let us pass.
Security wouldn't even let us, like, get out of Kentucky.
It was horrible.
The Wolf Twins come after you? Ow!
They had, like, drone security following us everywhere.
I'm like, we're not the creepy guy that was first in line for your show every day.
I want to be your dad. Moving on.
Yeah, we're not the guys that belittled poor Dr. Dana for telling them they had to wait in line.
That's true. When you do go to the Cincinnati Comic Expo, because we got a great lineup. Richard Dreyfuss, Christopher Lloyd, Chris Claremont, William Shatner, just tons of great people. John Noble, John Glover, great people. People not named John.
Is Lurch going to be there?
Lurch is going to be there. We got some really good ones, and some other big names coming. So,
And Hobie.
and Hobie will be there. We'll be on the second floor. Come up and see us. We'll be playing trivia in multiple locations and on the big panel stage.
And we will be signing autographs?
Yep. Just come on up. You'll see us on the whole second floor.
Hobie autographs are free.
Yes. Pictures are $37. It depends. It was Blake, they're free.
We do have faces for radio.
Bodies.
Bodies for podcast.
That's right. Jeff, give me some news of the geek music.
News of the Geek. News of the Geek. Sit around and listen to Jason read News of the Geek.
Are you done now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Per comic book movie. I thought you were going to sing one more time. I was a little worried. Per comicbookmovie.com, Warner Brothers Discovery may have found the man to lead its DC films and TV divisions. as the process of implementing David Zaslav's 10-year plan begins. We recently learned that the studio is searching for a Kevin Feige type to take charge of a DC brand reset. And Hollywood Reporter reports that Dan Lin, the executive turned producer behind major hits such as the live-action Aladdin film, the Lego Movie, and It, Parts 1 and 2, is in talks to take the role of DC chief. Negotiations are still underway, but he would oversee both the film and television arms, reporting directly to Zaslav.
I think DC already has a chief. It's Apache Chief.
Chuck. I don't think they want to acknowledge Apache Chief anymore.
Oh.
According to a trade, didn't they also have like a samurai guy?
Yeah, Samurai.
Is that what his name was?
That was his name.
And just in Super Friends? Can we be more diversified? Yeah, give me a guy. What's his name?
Samurai.
Yeah. Where's he from? Asia. What part of Asia? We don't care. Can we get an Indian guy? Native American? Yeah, what's his name? Apache Chief. Yeah, that sounds normal. That doesn't sound bad. According to the trade, quote, the proposed structure would bypass 3 separate division heads, Warner Brothers picture heads Michael DeLuca and Pam Adby. Fuck it. He would be reporting. Anyways, current head of DC Films, Walter Hamada, would transition out of the role. He's supposedly leaving after Flash anyways.
Well, no, honestly, I guess this is the right step because Marvel had that problem with too many people and too many divisions getting the say, and they eventually forced out the one guy and just gave everything to Kevin Feige.
Yep. Batman, this comes after cancellation of Batgirl and Batman the Caped Crusader, which is an animated sequel to Batman the animated series. More recently, we learned that funeral screenings of the scrapped Batgirl movie were being held. There's even talk of Zaslav going so far as to physically destroy the footage. It's a way to demonstrate to the IRS that they will never get any revenue from this project. The Batman new animated series sequel, that's actually being shipped to Disney Plus right now. And they're looking at buying it right now.
Seriously?
Yeah. Netflix is looking at it, but they said today Disney Plus is the odds-on favorite. That's the one I was most interested in.
I'm just find that kind of odd, because that's the home of Marvel, and they'll be taking this DC property.
Yep. The Hollywood Reporter has shared some very interesting details. We'll be judged of that. What was in store for the comic book universe prior to Warner Brothers Discovery's sweeping changes. Multiple insiders tell the trade that members of the film division are pissed, and that includes DC Films president Walter Hamada. Well, no offense, Walter, you're not going to be there soon. He's leaving once the Black Adam arrives in theater this October. A movie, it said, now has a new post-credit scene introducing a new element to Johnson's place in the universe. What is Black Adam's new place in the universe?
I don't know.
He's going to get the Justice League together.
I don't know what his old place was.
Hamada was planning to release 3 to 4 DC movies a year, including Secret Six, a movie about the villainous team who have typically been portrayed as rivals to the Suicide Squad. Also in the works was a Crisis on Infinite Earths event project, presumably bringing together multiple franchises and actors of head of a line-wide reboot. Among the projects that in development to have been slowed, this is the one that I was not happy about. Supergirl's, they just did a TV series. I figured that was never going to get made, the movie, yet.
Yeah.
Green Lantern Corps, that's the one that I wanted to see. HBO Max was in on it. Static Shock and J.J. Abrams and Ta-Nehisi Coates' Superman movie. That was the one. Was that the one, I think, with Michael B. Jordan?
That's what I at least rumored. I don't know if he was actually officially signed on to it.
The big news here is that Crisis on Infinite Earth rumors were true, and seeing the CW has already done its own take on the story, we can't help wonder what the movie will have looked like. Ben Affleck was sticking around as Batman, and also Michael Keaton's Dark Knight. Rumor was that they had plans to get Christopher Reeve involved as well, go to his family.
Footage of Christopher Reeve involved as well.
Kind of like what they did in Rogue One.
CGI, yeah.
Yeah. Green Lantern, of course, is the one that I was most upset about. They did announce that the Penguin spinoff and the Arkham Asylum spinoff are still going ahead with Matt Reeves for HBO Max.
Okay.
And Batman 2 is officially on, because I think Reeves just signed a new contract. So all of that's going to be set. So I'm interested in that. Again, just put Elseworlds in front of it. That's all you have to do. DC Elseworlds. Okay, this doesn't tell you place in the DC continuity.
Yeah. Not the main universe. We got it.
Yeah.
I mean, they put out a Joker movie, which has nothing to do with any other DC property ever out there.
And it was well done.
Yes. Here we go. Per the New York Post, where Blake gets his news from, a giant slide in Michigan has gone viral due to its potentially dangerous speed for riders. The attention has caused the slide to shut down, reopen, and even be wrapped about. The giant slide, that's not very original, was closed at Belle Isle Park last Friday, just hours after opening. Announcements saying adjustments were being made to address speed concerns were put on Facebook after videos posted on social media showed riders going down the bumpy slide and flailing wildly. They weren't just flailing, they were flying off the thing.
Those videos were awesome.
Quote, hello, giant slide participants. We are currently closed. We're going to be making some adjustments to the speed that we have seen users coming down today. Hopefully our small adjustments will be, with our small adjustment, we'll be back up and running, and the slide will be slower for more enjoyment. What? Slower?
Yeah, slower doesn't make anything better.
Another post said, operators scrubbed down the surface and started to spray a little water on the slide between rides to help control the speed. A video was also posted to show how to properly ride down the slide. It's a slide. How do you not know how to ride down it?
Did you see the videos?
Well, I did see the videos. They were going about 20 feet in the air. Like, they were getting pretty good height. Detroit rapper G-Mac Cash posted a rap on Instagram about all the things you can do on the giant slide, including break your back and lose a tooth. No reports of serious injuries from the giant slide have been made so far. Cost $1 to go down and was set to be open from 11 a.m. to 7 on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through Labor Day weekend. Let's see here. That's about it on that part.
Now it costs $1 and sign a waiver.
Yes.
I could be mistaken. Is Belle Isle the island that's in the Detroit River?
Yes.
Thank you.
Right to prove it off. Sure.
I think that's however you get to the island in the middle of the river, I guess is.
Take a ferry cross?
I guess you have to take a ferry.
Swim. Yep.
Would you swim in the Detroit River?
I want to swim in most rivers, to be honest with you. I want to swim in the Ohio River.
Most people wouldn't.
No. Allegheny River, maybe.
Would you swim in the Cuyahoga?
No. Try
It doesn't burn anymore.
Can you prove that?
No.
Okay, exactly. That's all I had. Yeah, we'll do the next one next week. Oh, I do have something else here. Nick Cannon is having a 10th kid. That is the greatest news of the year.
Now, is this before his 9th kid showed up?
He also said, per New York Post, his junk never takes a break. I don't even know what to say that. At the VMA Sunday, one thing Nick does, he doesn't occasionally, and neither does his junk. So there you go.
Well, at least he's working and can take care of the kids.
Yep. Nick Cannon and former beauty pageant queen Brittany Bell, 34, revealed on Instagram they're expecting their third child together, which will be his 10th overall. They have a 5-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter.
If he's taking care of all his kids, hey, more power to you, Nick.
That's right. So good for him. He's doing the work of what everybody should be doing, repopulating the earth. It is falling, the population.
Him and Philip Rivers.
Elon Musk, too. How many does Philip Rivers have?
Is he into double digits?
Really?
It's 9 or 10.
He's deeply religious, though, right?
Yes.
I think that's part of it.
Yes.
What about the...
Yeah, his is all with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
What's the guy from the Jets that had like 6 kids that were 3? Cromartie? Who was the guy?
I don't remember.
Maybe Rogers Cromartie or...
Yeah.
Antonio? I don't remember now.
Or Sean Kemp.
The problem is, Jim Bob Duggar thought it was his job to repopulate the earth, too. And
It brought Josh.
Antonio Cromartie.
Antonio Cromartie, okay.
Yeah. In 2010, the New York, just so everybody knows, in 2010, the New York Jets gave him a $500,000 advance so he could pay back child support. So, there you go. He pays $336,000 a year, $3,500 per each child. He has 8 children with 7 women.
Nice.
There you go. He also has
It's
two
better
more.
it's better than 7 kids with 8 women.
That's true. He also has 2 more kids with his wife, and a set of twins on the way.
Oh, that's not counting his legitimate children?
No.
Oh.
He also even had a vasectomy, and it didn't work.
Okay. Well, I was about to say, why aren't these people getting snipped? Apparently,
He got snipped, and he still got
didn't-
pregnant.
Oh, I'd be suing that doctor.
Some super powerful sperm there.
My guess is he actually didn't, and he just told people he did.
Yeah, I did. Sure. Are you sore? Ow, yeah, it's sore. Jeff, give me some box office news.
Box office news. August 26th to August 28th. The number one movie in America, The Invitation, made $7 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $10 million.
This is the lowest ranked number one film since May 2021.
Wow.
Yeah, the least grossing, number one film.
Of the week.
Yeah.
But I kind of surprised it goes back that far. I figured there's been some other time, like in the winter, that didn't do as well.
Nope. Yeah.
Well, number 2, Bullet Train, made another $5.6 million, a total of $78 million on a budget of $80 million.
I want to see this.
I think Bullet Train looks interesting.
Yeah. I think it looks fun, at least.
Yeah.
Beast made another $4.9 million, a total of $20 million on a budget of $36 million.
This does not look fun.
And it doesn't look like it's going to get its money.
That's a shame.
What is getting its money is Top Gun Maverick, coming in 4th place with $4.8 million, a total of $691 million on a $170 million budget.
Keep going. The predictions will be number 1, they said, next week.
And this was last week's number 1, fell to 5. Dragon Ball Superhero made $4.6 million, a total of $31 million on an unknown budget.
Dropped 78% in the second week.
Well, the kids saw it that wanted to see it.
Yeah. They said it's the biggest drop for an anime film in the last, out of the last 5 or so.
That maybe since they've put out anime movies.
Anime. Jeff,
Yes.
Labor Day weekend is one of the slowest weekends for films. Is that true? For attendance?
No. That's what...
Apparently, the weekend before is, if you look at these these numbers from this past week.
Labor Day is still a holiday weekend, and people have free time. And usually, holiday weekends, they add the third day to their weekend. So, there usually weren't big releases or whatnot, but I think it even slows down throughout September.
Okay.
Well, high school football's back. Kids aren't out going to the movies on Fridays now.
And Saturday afternoons is all college football.
Nebraska came out strong this past weekend.
Yep, lost again.
Scott Frost. I didn't think he was going to get on the plane back from Ireland.
But speaking of these slow September...
Yeah, let's see what we got.
September day, the Labor Day weekend, we have Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul coming out.
In the aftermath of a huge scandal, Trinity Childs, the first lady of a prominent Southern Baptist megachurch, attempts to help her pastor husband, Lee Curtis Childs, rebuild their congregation.
It doesn't look horrible.
Is this a fictional?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Regina Hall, Sterling K. Brown.
Okay. I like both of those actors, so...
It doesn't look bad. If you give me that plot, I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I saw the trailer, I was like, it doesn't look great, but it looks enjoyable enough.
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Will you go to the theater to watch?
No.
Okay. And then the other things we have coming out are big re-releases of Jaws.
Yeah, we know what that's about.
And Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, we know what that's about. And
overrated.
Any other minor
releases would be Burial. That is a Russian... A small group of Russian soldiers have the task of taking Hitler's discovered remains back to Stalin in Moscow.
But Hitler never died.
Sure he did.
Tom Felton, Harriet Walter.
Tom Felton? Mm-hmm. That's Draco Malfoy?
Yep.
He's dressed like him,
Charlotte
too.
Vega,
I'm sure, yeah. White hair.
Oh yeah. You got to go undercover. I'll go with Draco.
He looks like a Targaryen.
And then we have Waiting for Bojangles.
That's this one.
That's in front of the little boy, Camille and Georges, Jorge's, I don't know, dance to their favorite song, Mr. Bojangles. With them, there is only a place for fun and fantasy. Romaine Duras, Virginia Efra, yeah.
Okay.
So you may be right. Labor Day might be the slowest weekend of the year.
We're not done. We have One Way.
Or another. We're going to get you
one way.
Freddy,
Or
a petty criminal, is on the run with a bag full of cash and coke. He's way over his head and hurt bad. With a bullet in his guts, he's running out of time fast.
You think the Coke would leak through the bag?
Anybody good in that?
Travis Fimmel plays Will. Kevin Bacon plays Asshole.
Ooh.
Colson Baker plays Freddy. Drea De Matteo plays Vic. Yeah.
So Top Gun's going to be number 1 this week.
Are you sure that the invitation won't hang on?
Yeah, it's not going to.
Bullet Train could beat out
No.
Top Gun.
No.
It could.
Have you seen Top Gun yet?
No, I haven't.
Jim, did you?
No.
You should go this weekend.
And help it become number 1. I'm going to
Yeah.
see Bullet Train.
Out of all the options, Bullet Train's the only other one I guess I would watch.
I'd go watch Bullet Train.
I like to see Bullet Train. Okay. So, top 5 this week. As I'm choking to death on a Jolly Rancher here, is top 5 worst fictional friends. TVs, movies.
You're the worst.
They're the worst.
Oh. For some reason in my brain, I was thinking television. I only went television.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
Yeah, I could have expanded my thought, though.
I'll go to first. Number 5 for me is, speaking of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Rocket Raccoon. He was kind of a dick in the last movie.
He's
And
a dick in every movie.
yeah, but he really, like Star-Lord said, is your job to push everyone away because you're doing a fantastic job at it. And he just kind of pushes everyone away.
He's had trauma.
He has had trauma. Go to therapy.
His therapy is
Pushing everyone
people
away. So that's number 5 for me is Rocket Raccoon. Jim, what do you got?
My number 5, let me pull this up real quick. I will have to go with, where is he? Oh, yeah. Trent from the movie Swingers.
Oh,
Vince Vaughn's character.
money.
That's just money, man. It's just money.
It's just money.
I mean, if I got stuck hanging out with him for like more than like 8 minutes, I might have to like end my life.
I don't blame you on that one.
Now, Graham, that's most of the characters Vince Vaughn plays.
This is like you take all the Vince Vaughn characters and it pretty much they're all Trent.
Not the guy from Wedding Singers. That was a big growth that he had in that film.
You mean
Wedding
Wedding
Crashers?
Whatever. No, it's a sequel, Wedding Singers. Number 5 for you.
Number 5 for me, I've got Howard Wolowitz on The Big Bang Theory. He was just, especially early on, a pain-in-the-ass person who I don't understand why people would want to hang around with him. When Sheldon Cooper is a better option as a friend than Howard Wolowitz, all he's doing is like always trying to skis on women or trying to get you to set him up, and it's like, dude, just quit being a...
Well, he is Norman Bates. He lived with his mom.
Yeah, but...
Or his mom lived with him.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. But yeah, that was my number 5.
Number 4?
My number 4 is Agnes from WandaVision.
She was an honorable mention. I took her off just because she was a supervillain.
Yeah. But, I mean, she started out as just the friend and the neighbor. And then when your friend turns out to be an evil witch trying to steal your powers, it's a bad friend.
When my son and I finished that series a couple weeks ago, second time I've seen it, like, her character is awesome. Just watching the subtle things, like, now that you know she's a villain, like, just the small little things is like, oh, man, it was just so good.
Really, everyone knew she was a villain
Yeah.
at the beginning. But
Yeah. But to reveal it.
yes.
Number 4 for you.
Number 4, I hobied this one.
Okay.
I have The Heathers.
Oh, yeah.
and the Plastics.
Gotcha.
From Mean Girls.
Yep, the Heathers from Heathers
Yep.
and the Plastics from Mean Girls.
Yes, those. They're not even true friends.
No,
No, but it has one of the greatest moments ever when the girl gets hit by the bus.
Regina George.
Yes. And then you just go on like nothing happened. Number 4 for me, I hate this character. One of the reasons why I don't like this film, except for the McLovin scene, is Seth
Seth.
from Superbad. I hate that film. And I think it's because the whole time I'm watching it, I was like, he's an asshole. Like, he doesn't even care about his friends at all.
So do you hate the character that it's based off of?
The person he's based off of.
Who's he based off of?
Seth Rogen.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I'm not a huge Seth Rogen fan.
Again, it's Seth and Evan, and it's Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen.
Yeah, I can't stand that movie. I can't. I don't understand why everybody loves that film.
And Seth got too old to play himself,
Yeah,
so they had to get
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. And who was supposed to play?
Sierra's character?
Yeah, Bill Hader maybe, or
I could see
Bill Hader might have been McLovin.
Okay,
There was some, yeah.
but they brought Seth and Bill Hader to play the cops.
Yeah.
because they aged out of the.
the main roles. You know, they should do that to Indiana Jones. Tell him that to Harrison Ford. Hey, you've aged out. Can we do something new? I'm Indiana Jones. Get off my lawn. How dare you? Let's see here. My number 3 is Brian from Family Guy. I love Brian, but he is not a good friend.
Wow.
He's borrowing money all the time. He doesn't pay it back. He gets you into trouble. And he's just not a great friend. And he's hitting on your wife.
And if
His
it's
best
on,
friend's wife.
yeah, if it's on somebody else's list, I apologize. But if I was putting anybody from Family Guy, it would be Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
He was an honorable mention for me.
Joe's such an ass. Oh, wait, Joe's the only decent guy on that show. Where's my money, Brian? Where's my money?
You have enough money for fake mustaches.
Stewie just beating the shit out of him. Where's my money?
That's my money, man.
Number 3 for you, Jim.
Number 3, I'm going to go to The Office and go with Michael's good friend, Todd Packer.
I thought about him, but I just love the character so much. It's such scum.
Oh, no, that's the point of his character. There's nothing good about him. He doesn't do anything in there that's redeemable. Even when he's on his 12-step program, he's apologizing.
He has the cupcakes. Don't eat them.
And I'm on step 0.
And the worst part about it's like Michael's supposed to be his friend, and he is nothing but terrible to Michael.
Yeah.
It's like you can understand he's being bad to everybody else, but he's bad to the one person who defends him.
I still like when he...
They did shit on him at the end of that, though.
Oh, they send him to Florida, don't they? For a job.
And then he gets to take over where Dwight was supposed to be there, and Jim
gets
stops.
the blame. Yeah, he gets the blame for all that went wrong with
For the saber
pyramid.
Yeah. I still like when one of the first times you see Packer is when Michael Scott tries to send him the photo of him and Jan.
Oh, yeah.
In sandals or whatever. I sent to
Packaging.
Still looking.
Daryl, did you get an email? Yeah, I already forwarded it to everybody.
I wish you wouldn't, Michael. I'm busy here working. But he's like, Todd, did you get it? No, I sent it to packaging. Well, I just got it from somebody else.
That was your number 3?
That was my number 3.
Jeff?
My number 3 is Archie Andrews.
He's horrible.
Oh, God, he's terrible.
He went to prison. And he fought a bear.
Yeah. Oh, God. I mean, like, everybody at Riverdale should be thankful when he leaves their life.
I'll be honest. All of them are.
Most of them aren't redeeming, but Archie's the center of them.
So Doug sent me a thing on Twitter, a thread of this TV critic that actually reviewed all the major storylines from Riverdale.
Yeah.
Through the years, and I'm like 2 seasons behind, and I don't think I'm ever going to get caught up as much as I want to. Oh my God, it was the craziest, most amazing thing ever. somebody threw a grenade under the bed of Archie and Veronica when they were having sex, and it blows up, and you think they're dead, but it actually opens up a wormhole to another dimension with another timeline, and I'm like, what? How is that possible? But yes.
See, being friends and lovers with Archie gets you blown into a new timeline.
Oh, it gets you blown. What else you got?
On my number 2, I have Eric Cartman.
My number 1.
Oh.
My number 1. Put it on the board.
Put it on the board.
I'm tired of things going in and out of my ass.
When Kyle is supposed to be one of his 3 best friends, and all he does is torment him and get on him because of his religious background. Yeah.
Yeah, but we all mock each other here.
Well, he was grounded.
But he does more than just mock. It's not like he's just having fun joking. He wanted to exterminate the
Cartman
Jews.
got grounded.
Well, that's true.
Got grounded for trying to exterminate the Jews.
That is true. Cartman's the worst friend.
And then Kenny makes fun of the whole time because he's Poe.
Yes. So Poe, Kenny. Number 2 for you?
Number 2, I'm going to have to go with George, Jerry, Elaine, and Cosmo.
But are they horrible friends? They're good friends for each other.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they always...
No, they're bad for each
They're
other.
bad for each other.
Oh.
You saw the one episode where she started Elaine was hanging out with Bizarro Jerry,
Yes.
and things were going good in her life because her friends were no longer pieces of crap.
Yes. And then she beats one up by accident by pushing him.
Because she's a bad friend.
Yeah.
This is Feldman. My number 2 is, well, it could be pretty much all of them, but Ross and Rachel. Fuck them. Fuck them. They are the worst friends ever. She goes to England to ruin his marriage, and she knew that as soon as she shows up, there's going to be an issue.
Yep.
They don't care about Phoebe. They're mean to Phoebe. They don't care that her mom died. They don't care that she, lived on the streets prior. They don't care about her at all. And they're just horrible people for each other, Ross and Rachel. I don't know why anybody would be friends with them. Joey, I get. Phoebe, okay. Quirky, but I get it. Monica, I guess.
She cooks.
Yeah. But Rachel hasn't even seen her for years, and then it's like, oh, I'm going to move in with you. Fuck you.
Well, that's one of the best lines from the first episode. It's like, she's like, and then I thought, who do I know that lives in the city? And you mean, who do I know that lives in the city who I didn't invite to my wedding? I thought you would overlook that.
So Ross and Rachel. My number 1 was Cartman. Jim, number 1?
My number 1 is the gang.
It's always sunny.
I could see that.
But maybe with the exception of Charlie.
He's a good friend, just a crazy person.
He's just a wild card.
Wild card.
Danny DeVito has a toe knife, though. He'll help you.
And also poop the bed.
Yes, he would.
And I'm guessing Dennis is the most psychotic character.
He is a psychopath.
Yeah. Ever put on television.
No, he's a serial killer.
He just hasn't been caught.
Correct.
And the gang goes on meth.
What you got for number 1, Jeff?
For number 1, I have Walder Frey.
Who's that?
It's from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
He's the guy who invited
wedding.
everybody for a wedding ceremony and killed them all.
On purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
They were supposed to have an alliance, but he felt slighted, and the way he gets back at his friends for being slighted is to murder them.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Well, Arya got back at him.
Oh, yeah.
She killed him.
And his entire family.
Spoilers! We did have some listener feedback on this one.
Ooh, yes. Let's hear.
Steve from Everything I Learned from Movies.
Movies.
How I Met Your Mother. Just the whole cast, I guess. Angel from Rockford Files. Big Bang Theory.
All of them?
Yep. Seinfeld. And the whole group of friends. I agree. Brian. Intern Brian. He does have a fan, John McNulty, at J3 McNulty 3 says, I live for Brian's hate list.
Yes, he does.
Brian has number 5, Dawson from Dawson's Creek. I don't want to wait for lives to be over.
So is Dawson a bad friend?
He's not a good friend. I was always Team Pacey. Paulie from Rocky. Can't believe that.
He's such a good friend. He set his sister up with Rocky. I mean, come on.
Billy Russo from The Punisher. I don't know if that's TV show or movie.
I'm assuming
TV show.
Boyd Crowder from Justified. And Ted Mosby. I gotta say it the right way. Fuck that guy.
He really hates Ted Mosby.
He does hate Ted Mosby. So there you go.
I don't know if is Boyd really that bad of a friend? Yeah, I know he sells meth and blows things up, but again, he's a criminal, and he's.
But would he be there for his friends?
Well, he tried to find God and and got a bunch of followers with him when he got out of prison, and then his dad didn't like it because he ended up blowing up a drug shipment. So his dad came in and beat the shit out of him and kicked him out, and then killed all of his followers.
Oh,
To be fair, where do you find God at?
Prison.
Oh, okay. God's in prison?
It was for Boyd Crowder.
Huh.
And is he really supposed to be that good of a friend to Raylan Givens, who, as soon as he could, got out of the coal mining town and found another job and got away from everybody? Only got sent back because he is a loose cannon.
I got the cough.
I got the black lung.
Bad idea of the week, number 1812. The War of 1812. That's your week. That's bad idea of the week.
Wow.
Bad idea 1813. Putting Crisco on the big slide. Do not do that. Do not do that.
Well, when they wet it down, I sprayed dish detergent on it.
Anyway, so there's your bad idea of the week. Thank you guys for listening. Hopefully Brian's back next week and Blake. September 23rd through 25th, get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. You can see us. Getting excited about it. And we'll be doing some interviews there. We'll be moderating the panels. So come see us and get your tickets and come see us on the second floor. That's all I have. Roger says goodbye.
Do we have any titles?
Oh, titles. Sorry.
Because I actually didn't write anything down.
I have The Food Started Normal. It Went South Quickly. That's all I have.
I have Maybe You Are a Victim. And Streaming Killed the Television Star.
Ooh,
Done.
I like it.
I like it. Streaming killed the television star. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.